Back in 2010, my wife and I were extremely lucky to stumble across a rehearsal taking place by the BBC Symphony Orchestra at Gloucester Cathedral, playing Ralph Vaughan Williams' exquisite Fantasia on a theme of Thomas Tallis, and I've been slightly obsessed with this piece of music ever since. To me, it's the finest piece of string writing I've ever heard in my entire life. And since then, I've wondered, is it possible to write this music in a notation app and hear it play back how I heard it in Gloucester? Now, I've spent ages playing around with Logic, buying all sorts of different sample libraries. But is it achievable now to write music on staves and hear it play back from your favourite notation software? Now, if you ask that question on internet forums, you might hear that you can use Dorico to do the playback, or write in Dorico or Sibelius and then export the MIDI into your favourite DAW and spend ages, and I do mean ages, tweaking it there. What if you don't want to tweak MIDI CC controllers or adjust every nuance of your sample library? What if you just want to write music on staves and hear it play back beautifully? Well, finally, I think you can. Because you're not currently listening to the BBC Symphony Orchestra, you are listening to MuseScore. Okay, I'll just stop it there. Wow, I think these are just extraordinary. This is the Berlin strings, the first chairs, and MuseScore's own string library playing this gorgeous bit of music without anything else. What you're hearing is straight out of MuseScore. Let's check this out. This score you're looking at, I've been using in Sibelius for ages, trying to get to play back how I remember hearing it at Gloucester, and I've exported it from Sibelius and imported it into MuseScore as an XML, and it's worked almost perfectly. I had to tweak a few of the dynamic markings, but not nearly as many as previous ones. And since the 4.4 update, I'm finding that the dynamics are in a different league completely. They are just extraordinary. I know they've done some behind the scenes tweaking with dynamic levels in voices, and wow, it just seems to have come alive. If I just open up the mix here and show you what I've done, the string quartet, I know I'm using a solo bass as well. It's just because the Berlin First Chairs has that. At the top here, then the Berlin strings are in the middle, and then the MuseScore strings, their own library, which is a free one, is at the bottom. And what I've done, I've panned everything slightly differently just to spread the stereo stage out as best I can do. I've tweaked the reverb with the built-in aux sends to about the same, between 30 and 40%. And then on the master output, I popped an instance of the Muse Effects reverb with a staff pad hall setting, and also a mastering plugin that you get as well in the effects section with a tape preset. And that is it. And that's all I did. And I just think it sounds amazing. I didn't tweak the levels. It's all as you see it here. I don't know how they've done it. I really don't. I just think it's lovely. One thing that I've noticed since I've started using MuseScore is when I first started using it, some of the sample libraries would play portamento all the time. Now they seemed to have fixed that. Everything is as you kind of expect it. But there is a part in this score, if I just take it to where we are here, where it does something I just think is lovely. Now, when I was doing this in Sibelius, I'd have to use a lot of technique text hidden in the score to control how the portamento works. But as we go through this section here, I just think it works perfectly. I added portamento in this last bar here. The samples include a portamento sampling, so I thought I'd use that. But honestly, just check this out. If I just stop it there, now when it went through these two bars here, that's exactly how I wanted it to sound. And when I imported the score, it sounded exactly how I wanted it. I didn't have to tweak anything. I didn't have to put in any hidden articulations or anything, or put in the portamento. It just works. It just works. I don't know how they've done it. It sounds amazing. There are places where I've used hidden articulations. Here's a good example. You can add articulations and then easily hide them. They still play back, but you don't see them in the score. I've just done that to really bring out this section. And if I just start from here, maybe. If it pops and clicks as this first plays back, it's the screen capture recorder. It's not a issue with the samples at all. I do find if I start it quickly, sometimes you might hear that. So let's hear how this sounds. Yeah, you might have heard when it went through the first bar there that it struggled a little bit. It kind of just sounds amazing to me. The only thing I've done is tweaked the speed of the accelerandos and ritandos, and I've used some hidden dynamics just to bring out different sections, and that is it. That's it. Straight in, XML, load them up, boom. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I'd love to know what you guys think about these new samples or about MuseScore. What I might do is compare it to Sibelius going forward, because I absolutely adore Sibelius. I think it's lovely. For engraving, it's just marvellous. But the playback, you can get excellent playback from Sibelius. It takes some tweaking. So if you want to know how to set up maybe VSL libraries or something like that, let me know in the comments below and I'll get that sorted. So until the next time we meet, have fun with MuseScore, and I'll see you soon for the next one.